Top 5 Fabulous Night Sky Objects Seen Through Binoculars. Number 5. Satellites and Meteors. Satellites and meteors can and are seen by the naked eye, but in light-polluted skies, many are too dim to see. Meteors, only the very brightest of the almost constant supply of meteors are observed. While scanning the sky with your binoculars, you are almost guaranteed to see a small streak of light shooting through your field of vision. Only the light-gathering power of binoculars coupled with their large field of view, compared to telescopes, reveal these tiny, random acts of celestial violence. Eyes alone. Lay down and stare up 1 hour or 2 after sunset or before sunrise. You'll notice points of light moving slowly across the sky. They seem like airplanes, but the lights won't blink. Follow them for as long as you can. Their altitude and path determine where in the sky they'll disappear behind the Earth's shadow. Like meteors, many satellites too dim for eyes alone are revealed through binoculars simply by looking up. Number 4. The Moon. A source of wonder, romance, and reflection since man stood up and then looked up. The brightest object in the night sky is easily visible with the naked eye, but with a pair of binoculars, much detail is revealed. The best time to view details of the moon is not necessarily during a full moon. As Galileo first noticed, the most detail is seen at the moon's terminator, the shadow line on the moon separating the visible phase from the rest of the disk. Shadows cast along the terminator illuminate detail of the mountains and valleys of the moon. Impact craters untouched by atmosphere and erosion show the violent history of the early solar system. And the moon's darker seas reveal the ancient, active geological life of lava flows long since dormant. Lunarific. Number 3. Jupiter. Or more precisely, the Galilean moons of Jupiter. Observing the planets is one job where telescopes really come into their own, but binoculars are all you need to see the 4 largest of Jupiter's moons. The moons are actually bright enough to see with the naked eye, but are washed out from Jupiter's powerful glare. Your binoculars will show them as little stars grouped around the gas giant. Track their nightly waltz around the giant planet. Number 2. The Double Cluster. Located in the constellation Perseus, the double cluster is actually 2 different star clusters very close together. A star cluster is a dense grouping of stars. The double cluster makes a fantastic binocular target because it's a comparatively large object in the night sky. It has an apparent, angular, size of 60 minutes, 1 degree. A telescope's field of view is often too narrow to enjoy both clusters at the same time. Binoculars have fields of view as wide as 6 degrees or more, easily spacious enough to fit the entire double cluster. Angular size in the night sky. Horizon to zenith is 90 degrees, horizon to horizon, the entire visible sky dome, is 180 degrees. Number 1. The Beehive Cluster. The Beehive, like the double cluster, is another open star cluster. Located 577 light-years from Earth, the Beehive is found in the constellation Cancer. It was one of the first objects Galileo studied with his telescope, and makes a fantastic binocular target because of its apparent size in the night sky.